How do organizations prioritize security work? This is a big challenge for a lot of champs who fight skirmish after skirmish to improve security. And in fighting those fights, they sometimes create a tense environment. This lesson is focused on strategy and is part of a set on prioritization. Mature organizations don't set strategy on a feature-by-feature basis. The CEO doesn't say, "This year we're focused on ensuring a user can post her resume to the website." They talk about overall goals for the year. Those goals inform OKRs or other planning systems. Security has to be a part of OKRs with key results clearly described. That's where strategy is set and recorded, and frankly, that's where bonuses and promotions happen. When those strategies and incentives are aligned against you, you can get into the ring and fight, and you're going to come out bruised and bloody. So, what should you as a champ be doing? First, understand the strategy. Second, ask if you have a winning strategy. Many organizations use a system called OKRs, stands for Objectives and Key Results. I'm going to talk about those, and you should just translate to your local goal-setting system. If your organization's OKRs don't include security, focus on why. What are the priorities? For the last few years, they've been deal with the pandemic and the remote work transition, and those were hard to argue with. Maybe security fit into how you help your customers deal with the remote work transition, but either way, those priorities are generally addressed and there's room for something new. Some of the key reasons security isn't included is that executives lack confidence that it's going to help, or the cost of security is too high to bother with. It's rare for an exec to come out and say either of those, but people lower in the organization sometimes will. There are often specific trusted folks who execs look to. You should find them and listen to their concerns. And those concerns may be frustrating, but you'll have to grin, be encouraging, and let them speak if you're going to hear what they want to say about security. It never hurts to look for quick wins or convincing stories in the news, but they have to be convincing. A tenuous tie can destroy your credibility. If you have doubts about a story, don't use it to justify security. Instead, ask questions like, what would it take for you to include security? How do you think about prioritization? And don't argue. Take notes. Usually, the creation of a champ role included some conversation about prioritization. Sometimes those conversations ended at the "we'll create a champs role" milepost. And it's an important milepost, but there's more to the journey. Make sure you know who was involved, what mattered to them, and ensure that there are ways to measure if it's being achieved. The strategic way to prioritize security work is to ensure that everyone is including security in their planning and trade-offs.